You do not grow into the next level person that you need to be until you experience both what works and what doesn't work, and you start triangulating that. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Unstoppable Woman podcast. I am Amira Alvarez. I am the founder and CEO of the Unstoppable Woman, and I am super excited that you are here with us again today. Thank you for being a loyal listener. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for liking this video, listening, sharing with your friends, commenting, all of those things. We are super grateful for our audience. And today I have a very amazing, great topic for you. We are talking about the top 10 things that you need to know about making a quantum leap. And specifically, this is about making a true income breakthrough in your business. This is not about going incrementally. This is not about doing little things. Yes, the little things add up, but we are talking about results here. What does it take to make a leap, to make a big income breakthrough? That's what we're covering today. And I'm going to go through the top 10 things that are involved in that. So first, let's set a frame. Let's talk about what exactly a quantum leap is. This is a big deal. So I have this book in front of me. It is Taking the Quantum Leap by Fred Alan Wolf. The book title in full is Taking the Quantum Leap, The New Physics for Non-Scientists. I highly recommend this book for you guys who are into this material. He won a National Book Award for this, and his name, the author again, is Fred Alan Wolf. So he says, the quantum leap to which the title of this book refers is to be taken both literally and figuratively. Let me back up 1 second. The first thing that we need to know is, what is a quantum leap? That's what I'm covering here. So this is number one. The quantum leap to which the title of this book refers is to be taken both literally and figuratively. In its literal sense, the quantum leap is the tiny but explosive jump that a particle of matter undergoes in moving from one place to another. The new physics, quantum physics, indicates that all particles composing the physical universe must move in this fashion or cease to exist. Since you and I are composed of atomic and subatomic matter, we too must take the quantum leap. So let's pause there for a moment. Couple things. We are designed to take quantum leaps. You got to understand what's getting in the way of you actually living by this principle, living by this design, living by your human design, your subatomic design. Why are you not actualizing in your life, in your business, this level of quantum leaping, this massive jump? Okay. And we'll go into that, because the second point here that I want to underscore is that you must move in this fashion, this big leap fashion, or cease to exist. This is part of our growth directive. This is part of our life. This is about how we grow and become more and keep living. You're either growing or you're dying. There's no homeostasis that says, oh, just hang out here. You're either growing or you're dying. If you're not making quantum leaps in your life and your business, meaning a true income breakthrough in your business, you are dying, not growing. Interesting, huh? He goes on to say, in the figurative sense, taking the quantum leap means taking a risk, going off into an uncharted territory with no guide to follow. Such a venture is an uncertain affair at best. It also means risking something that no one else would dare risk. Are you up for that? You got to ask yourself, are you up for that? Because it's a risk. But it is what life is made out of. It is how we exist, how we are designed to exist. But both you and I are willing to take such risks. I have risked writing this book, and you, a non-physicist, have risked picking it up to read. My colleagues warned me that such an undertaking was impossible. No one could understand quantum physics without a firm mathematical background, they told me. So that was his risk, okay? Now we understand, oh, it's already done. It's less of a risk. But when he was writing this, it was a big risk. For the scientists who discovered the underlying reality of quantum mechanics, the quantum leap was also an uncertain and risky affair. The uncertainty was literal. A quantum leap for an atomic particle is not a guaranteed business. There is no way to know with absolute certainty the movements of such tiny particles of matter. This, in fact, led to a new law of physics called the principle of indeterminism. But such new laws were risky, and the risk was to the scientists' sanity and self-respect. The new physics uncovered a bizarre and magical underworld. It showed physicists a new meaning for the word order. Remember, order is heaven's first law. The quantum physics, created a new meaning to the word order. But that was a risk to take that on. This new order, the basis for this new physics, was not found in the particles of matter. Rather, it was found in the minds of the physicists. So their identity was at risk. Whether they belonged to society was at risk. This is a huge risk to take. Now we take it as quantum physics, but at the time, it was a big risk. It was a leap, which meant that physicists had to give up their preconceived ideas about the physical world. Today, nearly 80 years after the discovery of the quantum nature of matter, they are still forced to reconsider all they had previously thought was sacrosanct, and the quantum world still holds surprises. I'm just going back to look at when this was actually written. This was written in 1989. So we've got another 30 years since then. So, 110 years. And here's the thing. The physicists had to give up their sacrosanct beliefs. And this is one of the things that you have to understand about making a quantum leap. Okay. So anyways, great book. I hope you seek it out and find it and read it. But that is what a quantum leap is. It is a huge leap that takes risks, that's uncertain, but it is what our humanness is based on. In fact, all of the universe is based on taking these kind of leaps of growth. Okay, number 2, and this is super important. Number 2, and what you need to know about making a quantum leap, all things involved in making a true income breakthrough with your income, is that it's going to be hard. I want to tell you that it's going to be easy and wave this magic wand. Here you go. But the easy, and it does become easy, the easy becomes after you understand the laws, after you understand how it works, after you've actually lived it and done it and executed and have proven to yourself that you understand how the universe works, that you understand how to make a quantum leap, that you understand how to make a true income breakthrough. But it doesn't happen before. I can't give it to you. You have to live it. And that's where the hard comes in, because you are going to be in conflict with your conditioned beliefs about yourself, about the world, and about others. And that is going to cause you to think that you are going along the wrong path, that it's a dangerous path, that you can't do it, that you should stop, that this is dangerous, that the risks aren't worth it. There are always risks, but that the risks aren't worth it. And you will hit a terror barrier that will cause you to want to turn around and go in the other direction. You hit the terror barrier and you want to turn around. That terror barrier is all the hard and the struggle. That is where you're up against your beliefs. You're up against what you think is correct in this world, how you should do things. And most people, 99.9% of people, turn around. They just keep turning around. And they never break through and make that quantum leap. I want to show you how to do that. But you first have to recognize that it is going to be challenging. It is going to be hard. Okay. That's super, super important for you to set that frame so that, let me tell you a couple things about expectation here. 2 things about expectation. You want to expect the best and also expect the worst, but you expect the worst in a way that you evaluate, how would I face these things when they come, so that you're not taken by surprise. That is why I'm saying it's going to be hard. I don't want you to be taken by surprise. I don't want you to think, oh my God, I just, listen to this podcast, or I just come to the summit, or I just sign up to work with Amira, or I read this book, or I do this marketing strategy, or whatever it is. And it's all supposed to just fall from the sky, easy peasy, lemon breezy, all of that. Sometimes it gets easy because you've gone through it and you've done it again and again. And part number 3 is about perception, which we're about to get to. But I want you to understand that there are going to be challenges so you can prepare yourself for that. Now, we also want to expect the best. I want you to expect to make a quantum leap, because where we set our intention, where we place ourselves, if you claim your desires, and this is something that I teach at the summit, the Unstoppable Woman Income Breakthrough Summit, by the way, which you all should be coming to. It's a freaking amazing 3-day event, super immersive. It's me teaching for 3 days on this material to help you build a business that scales, that you can keep making a quantum leap on and get you out of the analysis paralysis and out of the fear of making a mistake, all of those things. I would love for you to come. Please keep that in mind. November 5th, 6th, and 7th. We're doing it virtually. Okay. You need to understand that it's going to be challenging so that you can prepare for that. And you need to set the expectation, claim your desire, claim the income that you actually truly want. This is something that I teach in detail, and set your sights on that. That will guide you towards what you want. And if you do both, you'll be focused on what you want, and you'll be prepared for the challenges that come. You need both. Okay. So we prepare, but then we focus on what we want, and that guides our GPS. That puts us in the right direction. Okay. The third thing that you need to know about making a quantum leap and a true income breakthrough is that you need to change the point of perception about yourself. You need to change how you see yourself. You need to change your self-image. You need to change what you believe about yourself, your identity. If you think you're this little particle that can't move, that can't take the risk, that isn't worthy of getting to that next level, you will never make that jump. Never. Okay? You will talk a good game. You will consciously want it, but you won't take the actions that, generally speaking, cause you to feel ill at ease, because they go against how you have been being and what you have been thinking all your life. Okay. So you need to change the point of perception about yourself, how you see yourself. From what position are you seeing yourself? Are you going to see yourself as worthy or unworthy, capable or incapable, trustworthy or untrustworthy, resilient or unresilient, secure, insecure, confident, not confident? It's huge. Well, how are you going to see yourself? You must change the point of perception so that you can change your understanding of who you are. Only until you change that understanding of who you are will you be able to make that quantum leap. You cannot do it from the place you are now. Otherwise, you would have already done it. Okay? And this is the rub. You are where you are right now, but you have to make that quantum leap, both from where you are and from a different place, a higher level. You must change that perception. And in that moment of changing that perception, you must act. You must act. Okay? It's in that split second where you make the leap and you don't hold back. You don't overthink. You don't delay. You make quick decisions. All that. We're coming to that. I'm kind of jumping ahead here. Okay, let me stay on track. Number 4. number 4 in what you need to know about making a quantum leap and a true income breakthrough. You have to change how you see the world, specifically how you see making money and business. You have to go from thinking that you have to work hard for your money, that it has to be a struggle, that you have to be in the grind, got a monkey on your back, proving that you've worked so hard for your money, like somehow that's what's going to give you the worthiness to receive at a higher level financially. You have to change how you see business from struggle, from I just have to work hard, to, and please listen up here, seeing the world and business from the perspective of the law of cause and effect. You have to understand for every result, every effect, there is a cause. And you have to understand that in order to make business easy, you need to start understanding the causes and being the person who works according to cause and effect, who doesn't say, well, that's not for me. Point number 3, right? That's not for me. I'm not worthy of that. No, you are worthy of that. You start working from that level and you start executing with a frame of cause and effect. This is the law. I teach the laws in a lot more detail at the summit. I'd love for you to come to that. It's a huge remapping of how you have to approach making money. The old way doesn't work. Well, let me say that differently. It works to a degree. But if you really want to make a lot more money in a short period of time, you have to understand what new causes you have to put into effect. We live in an ordered universe. It's all ordered. There is an order. Okay. And once you understand that and work according to cause and effect, you understand that it's an ordered sequence and you do that. This is part of the female entrepreneurs method for rapidly scaling your business. Okay. I teach this boom, 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 boom. There's an order, there's a methodology, and it's learnable, which is it's such a friggin' breakthrough for me. When I started to learn this and understand this and really put together and build the methodology, it changed everything for me. It then puts it on repeat, gets you out of the fear, allows you to keep quantum leaping, and you become unstoppable. You just don't need to stop at any level. Okay. So number 5 in what you need to know about making a quantum leap and a true income breakthrough is that you have to put a demand on the universe. Okay. If you don't put a demand on the universe, nothing happens. Nothing happens. You have to raise your standards. You have to say, I want, I desire, I demand X, whether it's revenue or relationship or what's acceptable for you in your business and not what you're available for or not available for in your health, your relationships, your spirituality, your income, the kind of team you have, the kind of schedule you have. What are your standards? And then you have to hold yourself to those standards. This is part of what's required to make a quantum leap. If you don't raise your standards, you will never grow. How quickly can you raise your standards? How quickly can you say, this is the level I want to be working at, and hold yourself to that? Now, most people don't know how to hold themselves to a high standard. But I will say that nothing that is unworthy of God is worthy of you. Hold yourself to that standard. Okay. Next, number 6. And this is super important. I don't want you to fog out on this, guys. Pay attention here. This is super important. It's like not the sexy part of the training, but it is the critical part of the training. Number 6, in terms of making an income breakthrough, true income breakthrough, and what you need to know to do that and make that quantum leap, is it requires action. Making a quantum leap requires action at a whole new level than what you have been used to. Whole new level. And I teach something called the mic process. So you amplify your results by holding a mic up to yourself. And that means you have to take massive action, M for massive, I for immediate, and C for consistent. Okay. If you take massive action, immediate action, and consistent action, you will amplify your results without a question. Okay. This is part of the masculine way of approaching building a business. It's required. There's a masculine and a feminine. Both are required. You have a lot of this masculine essence in you. You need to activate that. Okay. You cannot be afraid of activating that. This is where commitment comes in. This is where discipline comes in. This is where accountability comes in. This is where business plans come in. This is where metrics come in, and, making love to the numbers. I talk about making love to the numbers all the time. You must have all these things as part of your action plan. Okay. So that's number 6. It requires action. Quantum leap requires action. Okay. Now moving to the feminine. Number 7 is that a quantum leap requires trust and faith. This is very much the feminine. This is where you have to be open to receiving. This is where you have to be okay with the unknown and following your intuition. This is where you have to just trust yourself, trust the process. This is not about abdicating responsibility. This is not about navel gazing. This is not about not doing number 6, the hard work. Okay, taking the action. You have to do that, but it's matched by really intuitively knowing what the right path is for you and really receiving that guidance and being open to that guidance. That's the feminine essence. And a quick story on this for myself, I had already started working with mentors for a while, signing up for courses, learning how to do different things, hiring business coaches, things like that. And I was at the point where I met a mentor that changed how I was looking at this world. I was ready for this new level of understanding. And it made so much sense to me, but I knew that I hadn't mastered it. And I knew that I needed more guidance. And I knew that I just had a taste of it, but I didn't really truly understand it. And the first time I heard what he charged, the investment level to work with him, I pretty much talked a good game, but ran in the opposite direction. And I regretted it a lot. And I knew intuitively in my body that I needed to work with this person. And I kept pushing it away and denying it. My husband at the time thought I was crazy for wanting to invest at that level. And there's a lot of internal resistance. But ultimately, I recognized that this was the leap that I had to make. I couldn't have made the argument intellectually for you. I mean, I could say, he's got a great track record. He understands business plans and laws of the universe and all of that, and he can help me. But from the perspective that I was at, I couldn't justify it. It was outside of my realm of understanding, and it was completely outside of my belief system. But I took that leap. I risked. And I said yes anyways, despite my husband not being on board. I went forward and I took that leap. It's a quantum leap. That was saying yes to that was the beginning of my quantum leap. And it wasn't the last action I had to take by any means, but it was one of the biggest actions that I used to get leverage over myself, to draw a line in the sand. So I'm integrating a few things here. Action. I took action. I said yes, signed up, did it. It was drawing a line in the sand. So I had leverage. I was like, I am going to do this because I'm not going to waste the investment. Okay. I'm going to do this. So that was holding myself to a higher standard. And then the saying yes was trust and faith in advance, believing in it. And then all along the way, believing in myself. And it was there any dark night of the soul, any uncertainty there? Tons. Okay. But I kept with that little grain of salt, that faith the size of a mustard seed, right? That allowed me to hold on to the vision that I had and really go for it and make that quantum leap. In that year, I went from 138 to 700K. And then subsequent to that, we've crossed the 7 figures and, we've helped so many women do the same thing. So this was a big moment for myself. And so we don't want to diminish that need to leap, to go into the unknown, to have faith. That is very much the feminine. The masculine, the masculine drives into the unknown as well, but we have to hold faith and receive. And the masculine aspect of us needs to persevere and go forward. Okay. So number 8 in our list of the top 10 things you need to know about making a quantum leap and a true income breakthrough is you have to make quick decisions. You must make quick decisions. And the reason this is so important is that you get an idea, there's risk there, you have to do it anyways before you can think yourself out of it. Okay. And by thinking yourself out of it, I'm talking about paralysis analysis by paralysis. I'm talking about letting all your limiting beliefs come back and say, no, stay safe like this. Okay. All of that keeps you small. All of that keeps you from showing up and really going forward. And you have to make quick decisions in order to bypass that. It's so essential. And this is what allows you to move beyond the paradigm of making mistakes or beyond the paradigm of being wrong. Once you get good at this and knowing how to use the law of relativity as well, you move beyond guilt and shame. You move beyond, being wrong. Guilt says I've done something wrong. Shame says I am wrong. But here's the truth. The truth is you may have made a mistake. That mistake, the quicker you can make it and the quicker you can course correct from it, the faster you're going to get ahead. You do not grow into the next level person that you need to be until you experience both what works and what doesn't work, and you start triangulating that. Not doing that quickly, trying to mitigate from mistakes at a high level that keeps you from number 6, which was taking action, is counterproductive. It keeps you small. You must make quick decisions. Now, quick decisions can come with assessment, with evaluation, with analysis, but it doesn't have to take you 10 weeks to make that decision. It could take you 10 days or 10 hours or 10 minutes. You can make very quick analysis. Okay. But you must make quick decisions so that you can make that leap. Okay. So that you're not going, should I? No, maybe not. Okay. And you cease to follow the directive of life. You must make quick decisions so you stay in your more life directive, not in your limited thinking, I'm going to die instead of grow directive. It's not really a directive. It's a limitation. Okay. Number 9 in our list of how to make a true income breakthrough and what it means to make a quantum leap is taking 100% personal responsibility. In order to make a quantum leap, it requires that you take 100% personal responsibility for every outcome. For every outcome, not selectively, not just when looks good or not just when you want to take responsibility, but for every outcome, you are 100% personally responsible. When you have this perspective and this attitude, you become free. It's outrageous how exciting, delightful, freeing that is. But it requires that you step out of martyrdom, that you step out of victim, that you step out of blaming outside circumstances, other people for your experiences. You're 100% personally responsible for everything. Does this mean that you were the one that pulled the trigger on the gun? No, it does not mean that. Okay. But you are in charge of your life. Why'd you show up there? Why'd you make that decision? Why'd you have that conversation? Why'd you become friends with that person? Right? Like, who knows what led you to that experience? But you are 100% personally responsible for everything. Does that mean that you are to blame or that you are the aggravator of it? No. Okay. That's a different thing. But once you take responsibility for your life, then you are in charge of cause and effect. And we live in an ordered universe. And if you want a different result, you have to take different actions, you have to put different causes into effect. Okay. And when you know this, you can make different decisions. You start owning your life. And some of the decisions that you need to make are how you get help, right? I used to be a confirmed DIYer. If I didn't do everything myself, I wouldn't be able to get the credit for being that success. Well, that's a way to make it hard. Okay. That's no way to grow a business. I need a ton of help. I need my team. I need my leadership team. I need the other people on my team. I need friends. I need family. I need lovers, right? I need my boyfriend. I need clients. I need mentors. I learn from people all the time. If I thought I had to learn everything in this world myself, I would still be grinding it out. If you want to shortcut it, you have to understand that getting help is part of the mix, right? That's being responsible for the causes. Okay. That's one of the causes you need to put into effect. Okay. So we could talk about that forever, but that's just a little example. Okay. So number 10, here we are. Number 10. Okay. Number 10. And this is a big one, guys. This is perhaps the linchpin of it all. If you want to make a quantum leap and have a true income breakthrough, you have to want it badly enough. I can't do that for you. You have to want it badly enough. It's up to you. Because if you don't want it badly enough, you won't move through the hard things. You won't change your self-image and your perception. You won't make different decisions. You won't be willing to take risks. You won't be able to take action. You won't be able to trust. You won't be able to make those quick decisions or take 100% personal responsibility unless you want it badly enough, because all those things require you to grow, and growth is uncomfortable. It's forcing you to look at where you are and how that is falling short of where you need to be. Now I'm at a place where I can look at that and there's no story around it of not being good enough. But in the beginning, there's a lot of story about not being good enough, and people don't want to look at that. They don't want to have that as a reflection that you're not good enough. So they avoid it. And that's what makes it hard. And wanting it badly enough will allow you to move through those things. It will allow you to take the risks that you have to take inherent in making a quantum leap, as we started this conversation out about, is taking risks. It's uncertainty. It's not knowing that it's going to work. And you have to do that. Okay. And wanting it badly enough allows you to take the risks, move through the hard stuff, be persistent and determined, invest the time and the money. We can make a quantum leap. We can close the gap on time, but it still takes time. You cannot escape the time element here. Okay. So you have to invest the time and money, and you have to go into the unknown. And that is fraught with uncertainty. And wanting it badly enough is what allows you to move through that uncertainty and go for it anyway. So with that, I invite you again to come to the Unstoppable Woman Income Breakthrough Summit, where we are going to be going into all of this and the FEM model for making a rapid breakthrough, rapidly scaling your business. We're going to be touching on all of that, the manifestation matrix, scale plans, all of that at the 3-day virtual summit, the 5th, 6th, and 7th. For our loyal listeners, we have a special promo code. This is just for you guys who are loyal listeners to the podcast. Please go to theunstoppablewoman.com/summit. And when you check out, the promo code gives you $200 off of your registration. So please use this promo code. The promo code is LOYAL, 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 for loyal listener. And we thank you for being a loyal listener. And join us at the summit. It's going to be fantastic. There are going to be a bunch of ambitious, driven, heart-centered entrepreneurs going for more, women, and a great community. We're going to be workshopping. We're building networking opportunities into the 3-day event. It's just me teaching. So you're not going to get a bunch of different people pitching you different things. It's just me teaching for 3 solid days. It's an immersive experience. Please go check it out and join us there. We'd love to have you. Take care. Bye. Hey there, Unstoppable Woman. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed that episode. I often hear, how do you make a quantum leap? How do I get out of my own way and execute at the highest level? As a high achiever, you know that hard work is part of the picture, but there's something more. And that's what I want to teach you at the Unstoppable Woman Income Breakthrough Summit. This is 3 days immersive with me. I'm going to be teaching you what it took for me to go from $138K a year to $700K in 1 year as a solo entrepreneur. That's a 5 times quantum leap in income. And I've helped so many clients do similar things, and I would love to help you do that as well. We are going to be working on your marketing. We're going to be working on your mindset. So it's a bulletproof mindset so that you can do what you want to do in this world. And we're going to teach you how to grow and scale your business faster than you ever thought possible. So please, if this is what you want, do not miss this. Join us November 5th, 6th, and 7th at the Unstoppable Woman Income Breakthrough Summit. You can find out more at joinamiralive.com. That's joinamiralive.com. Go buy your ticket now, and I can't wait to see you there.